In a convent, Sister Mary prays to an image of Mother Mary for several minutes. Then she takes off her veil and moves the painting to hide some writing on the wall. After grabbing her bag, Mary sneaks into the Mother Superior's bedroom to steal her keys. Afterward, Mary runs to the front gate and desperately tries all the keys to open it. At that moment, 4 nuns start coming closer, and a terrified Mary finally manages to open the lock. Unfortunately, the chain is stuck and she can only push the gate a little bit, so she has to move through a very narrow space. She falls as she reaches the other side and a nun grabs her ankle to pull her back, breaking Mary's leg by pushing it against the fence bars. The unbearable pain makes her pass out. When Mary wakes up, she lights a match and finds herself inside a coffin. She cries as she tries to open it, but it won't even budge, which indicates she's been buried alive. Mary keeps yelling for help, but nobody comes. Sometime later, American novice Cecilia is in the Italian customs office, where a soldier is checking her bag. Another officer points out that she doesn't have a return ticket and that she hasn't learned any Italian, so the process takes longer. Both men think she's wasting her youth by joining a convent. She's then given her paperwork and allowed to leave. Deacon Enzo picks Cecilia up and they drive for hours through the countryside to finally reach the convent. The Mother Superior welcomes her in Italian and Cecilia doesn't understand, so Sister Isabel translates for her. When Mother Superior asks Isabel to show Cecilia her room, Isabel tries to refuse, but Mother Superior forces her to do it anyway. On the way to the room, Isabel shares that the convent was built in 1632 as a refuge for elderly sisters. The building is on top of the St. Stephen catacombs, which are off limits. The duo walks through several rooms full of older women and Isabel friendly says hi to everyone, only to then tell Cecilia about the nun who will die next week because of a tumor. Cecilia is shocked by how casual she speaks about it, and Isabel explains that death is part of the convent's everyday life. When an elderly nun with dementia named Francesca asks about her father, Isabel brings her alone while telling Cecilia that it's better to play along with her delusions unless they get violent. Cecilia stops walking to listen to the choir and notices a nun staring at her. Isabel then drags her to her new room while sharing the schedule. When Cecilia says she's honored to serve, Isabel calls her sweet as an insult and warns her that this is a hard place to live in. Later, when Cecilia is using the toilet, Gwen suddenly bursts into smoke in secret. They start chatting and Cecilia shares that her previous parish closed because of low attendance. She was then recruited by Father Tedeschi, who according to Gwen is very talented at finding runaways. In the evening, a special service is held so the novices can finally take their vows. The girls walk down the corridor with candles in their hands and Cecilia finally gets to meet Father Tedeschi in person. Cardinal Franco gives mass and talks to each novice individually. Tedeschi has to translate his words to Cecilia before she receives her rosary. She is happy to take the vows but hesitates a bit before kissing Franco's ring. Afterward, there's a dinner party to celebrate the new sister.